Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I'm Napoleon, also known as Kelly Stewart, at Kelly in Vegas on Twitter. Sorry, guys, making some fun jokes before the cameras get rolling. I'm joined by Ralph Michaels at Cal Sports LV and Brian Leonard at B Leonard Sports. Today, we're going to talk some football and not about how Kelly's an angry short person. NC State at Clemson. Clemson at minus 16.5. I know our buddy Dave Koken didn't want to do this video with me because he has a monster play on this one. Ralph, I'll start with you. Thoughts on this matchup?
Well, I think NC State the last couple years have proven they can get close. 2 years ago at home, they lost in overtime. Last year at Clemson, they lost at 7. So I think that gives them enough positive energy going into this game that they know they can compete. And that's the important thing when you're playing Alabama or Clemson, not feeling like you're an underdog and knowing you have a chance to win this game. You know, and I do the college football stat compare sheets, and I do offense, defense, and special team ranks for each team, and it's based on who you've played. And you look at the offenses and you think Clemson's dynamic, and yes, they're number 17 in the country, but NC State is actually better at number 12. You look at the defense, Clemson's number 2, that's positive, but NC State's number 34, so it's not a huge fall off in this thing. To me, it's a situation where I will grab the points, and I think, again, been there, done that, know they can keep it close, and I think they will again this week.
Brian, do you think this is a case of too many points?
I do too, and as Ralph pointed out, they're coming into this game confident. We saw what happened with Syracuse. Everybody talked about, okay, this is the big game where they can get some revenge on Syracuse. They were lucky to win that game. So if a team goes up against these big schools like Georgia and Alabama, and when you're playing these bigger schools, better teams, if you've played them well before with these same class of guys, you know, like the guys who were on the team the previous year, they're going to come in confident that they can beat them. And when you take a look at NC State, you know, it is a major step up. That's the only thing. They played a really weak schedule so far, although Clemson has too. But it is a step up for them. But you take a look at what they did last game against Boston College. They lost that game by -3 turnovers and still covered the spread. That tells me a lot, because how many times does a team lose 3 turnovers by 3 in a game and covers the spread? Rarely happens. But one of the things I think gives NC State a really good shot here is they've got a 11-to-1 sack ratio this year. They've only allowed 1 sack all season. They've sacked the opposition 11 times. What's the strength of Clemson? The line play. The defensive line is the best in the country, and this is a team that's only allowed 1 sack all season. I think NC State can not only cover this game, I think they can keep this game competitive.
Wow, I like it. Does that sound like maybe a little sprinkle on the money line if you're going to bet this one? Is Clemson ripe for the upset? I mean, you mentioned that neither team has particularly played anybody, but Clemson, being that top 5 team, is the team to beat. This is NC State's Super Bowl, so to speak.
Well, Clemson's had a bullseye on their back for a couple of years now of doing what they've done. And the nice thing when you're taking a money line with this, you don't have to bet much to get a profit with this type of money line. But, you know, two angles for me to finish my portion is this one's courtesy of our friend Mark Lawrence in the Playbook newsletter. NC State is 9-0 ATS as a dog of 14 or more, and they are 15-1 ATS with rest versus the ACC as a dog. So 2 very positive situations as a dog where this head coach knows how to prepare his team for this situation.
Actually, both teams are coming off of a bye.
Yep.
There you go. Both teams off of a bye, and these boys think NC State can possibly shock the world. Tuesday is always $2 Tuesday, and you can get the hottest handicapper at WagerTalk's best bet for just $2.